Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshururmiritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gorachandraya Radhikaye Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Brahma Sutra. Now we are beginning Sutra number 3, Shastra yonitvat. Because Brahman has Shastra for source. So this is the yonitvat. This is a compound that is in the ablative case when it's ending with at. This is ablative case, just like in Bhagavad Gita. Kamat krodo bijayate. Ablative is from this come this. From kamat, from kama comes krodha. Then krodat bhavati samoha. From krodha, anger, comes samoha, which means illusion. So the ablative case, we don't have this in English language, but we have in a Greek language, if you have learned Greek in school, or Latin, or if you are Russian or German, then it is more easy for you to understand. There are different cases, and this is ablative, and many of the sutras in Vedanta Sutra are in the ablative case, and we can translate it just as on account of or because. So if we just recapitulate the teachings of Vedanta so far, Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Now is the time to inquire about Brahman. What is Brahman? It is Janmadiyasya Yataha, from whom everything comes and is maintained and is destroyed. How do we know this? Because Shastra Yoni, the womb of Shastra, is telling us. So this is the way to understand. In Vedic time, there are different ways of understanding, ascertaining what is knowledge. We can ascertain knowledge because of sense perception, the eyes and the ears, and we say, yes, I know this is true because I heard it or I've seen it. Like, for example, when there's an accident or there's a murder case, some people are witness. And they say, yes, I saw what happened. But we know it's not reliable because many people saw the same thing and they are saying different thing. Many people heard what Gurudev said. Yes, Gurudev said this and that and this. And everybody actually can say differently. They heard what they wanted to hear. So this is not the perfect way of acquiring knowledge. Yes, you have to hear from Gurudev. But this hearing from Gurudev should also be in line with the sadhu and shastra. Guru, shastra, sadhu. You have to have shastra as the basic. So shabda is not just sound. Shabda is Shabda Brahma. Shabda Brahma means the perfect sound, the word with a big W, meaning that it is eternal, from whom, from which everything comes, all the sounds, all the different pronunciation. So Shastra Yoni. What is Shastra? What is Shastra? Shastra means scriptures. What scriptures? Well, we say in India, Veda. Veda means knowledge. Now we can say, but what is Veda? So there are many different schools of thoughts, philosophical schools in India. I just spoke about Pratyaksha Anuman, and this is sense perception. The second one is deduction. Nyaya philosophy is about deduction. So, and yoga philosophy is also about deduction. Prabhupada will say mental speculation, because they are not grounded on Shastra. So the only two schools that are grounded in Shastra are the two Mimamsa, Purva-mimamsa, Uttara-mimamsa. Purva-mimamsa, sometimes called karma-mimamsa, deal with the four Vedas, Rik, Yajur, Atharva, and Samaveda. Rik and Samaveda, same. Samaveda just take all the mantras, some mantras of the Rik Veda, and put it into songs. The Veda also teach how to sing, very beautiful melody. Sama means melody. So Rik Sama, then Yajur Veda divided into two. The Shukra Yajur Veda and Krishna Yajur Veda, they are teaching about different metaphysics. And Atharva Veda is a later Veda teaching about yoga, teaching about Ayurveda, teaching about Dhanurveda, teaching about different knowledge, incantation, magical rituals, and so on and so forth. The four Vedas. But because Vedas are difficult to understand, all these different mantras, and it is not easy to pronounce because we need the specific pronunciation. And we have to learn this for many, many years. Then the Brahmanas, they are the books, Brahmana. Brahmins are those who read the Brahmana and the different branch of the Veda. The Brahmana explain the Veda. Then because the Brahmana is also difficult to understand, then you have Smriti Shastra. Smriti Shastra, there's a difference between Shruti in Veda and Smriti. Shruti means to be heard. The Vedic mantra were heard. Actually, the book of Rig Veda comes very, very late in time. Brahmins were supposed to learn by heart all the Vedic branch and recite by heart. If they made a mistake, there was another Brahmin who will correct the mistake. But because Kali Yuga, people have no memory or very little, then Smriti means memory. Smriti Shastra is what is memorized and based on Shruti. What is Smriti? The most known Smriti Shastra in India is Manu Smriti or Manu Samhita. And I'm talking about this first Mimamsa, Purva Mimamsa, Karma-mimamsa. They accept only four Vedas, then the Brahmanas, and then the Shastras, Smriti Shastras such as Manu Samhita, and what they call the Griya Sutra, those specific sutra meant for the Grihastha. Smriti Shastra, this is from that word that comes Smarta Brahmana. The Smarta means from the Smriti. Smarta Brahmana are the Brahmana who perform Karma-kanda section of the Veda, and sometimes they worship different gods. Sripad Shankaracharya, because they were fighting over whose god was the best, he said there's only 5 gods and all are the same. All lead to the same goal. There's Vishnu, there's Shiva, there's Ganesh, there's Surya, and then the last one which I forgot, but they will come back on me. There's 5 gods. Yes, there's Lakshmi or Durga, this goddess. Those 5 different gods, according to Shankaracharya, you can worship any of these gods. It leads to the same, which is impersonal Brahman. So most of the Smarta Brahmana in India, they are from Shankaracharya, and they believe that all these different gods is actually all nothingness. This is like a shortcut to explain it, but this is what Smarta Brahmana means. So they say Veda means this, and the word Brahman for them has no meaning. It is not mentioned in the Veda, really, the way that later Veda explained. Brahman for them is the word, the pronunciation, the rituals. Actually, in Karma-kanda section, there are 4 or 5 main points. The first one is injunction. The most important one is Vidhi. Vidhi means you have to do sacrifice, the yajna. Then the second is mantra, the hymns. You have to recite the mantras during the yajna. Then the third one is namadeya, the naming of the different gods. Then the fourth one is prohibition, nisheda, that all those things that you should not do. Then the fifth one is arthavada. Arthavada means praise or exaggeration. And according to karma-mimamsa, 90% of the Veda are arthavada, meaning to them, because the most important thing is to perform the act, vidhi. So the Veda is telling you different stories that you will attain heaven or be liberated by this things you should be doing in order that you do it. So if you have to go to a sacred place, then they're going to say in this sacred place you will attain all material merits and you will be liberated. If you have to fast for Ekadashi, for karma kanda section of the Ekadashi, then you fasting because it will give you so many material benefits. This is their understanding, arthavada. So this is one way. So swarga kamo yajita, this is one instruction very important for karma kanda. You do the sacrifice. Yajate means yagya in the optative. You have to do. If you want to obtain swarga, if you want to have a good life and go to heaven afterwards, then you do yagya. This basically is what all religions are saying. If you want to be liberated and be happy in this world, then you go to church, to mosque, to the synagogue, and then you will be happy. This is called karma kanda. But then there's another understanding of Veda. This is Vedanta. The end of Veda is Upanisads. Shankaracharya is saying that all Vedanta Sutra is based mainly on Chandogya Upanishad, especially the first chapter. And also Brihat Aranyaka Upanishad. This is the most often quoted Upanishad by Sripad Shankaracharya. Actually, this is interesting. With the Brihat Aranyaka Upanishad, it directly goes back to the Veda from which it comes. Because Veda is like one Veda, then one Brahmana, then one Aranyaka, then one Upanishad. And here you go back all the way to the Samaveda, and from the Samaveda you have a Brahmana called Shatapatha Brahmana, the Brahmana with the 100 path, which is very metaphysical. And from the Shatapatha Brahmana comes the Isha Upanishad. And Isha Upanishad and Brihat Aranyaka Upanishad start with the same mantra, Om Purnamada Purnamidam, that everything actually comes from that same oneness and stay one. And so you can see the link. This is the best example. And Brihat Aranyaka Upanishad, according to Western Sanskrit scholar, is one of the oldest Upanishad, and Chandogya Upanishad is actually like Brihat Aranyaka Upanishad in summary. So this is Shankaracharya understanding of Veda, Shastra Yoni. How do you understand Brahma? Janmadiya Yataha, by Shastra Yoni, especially the Upanishad, and especially Brihat Aranyaka Upanishad and Chandogya Upanishad. But Ramanujacharya, he's saying this is a restricted understanding of Veda. Veda is Shruti and Smriti combined. Especially Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is both Shruti and Smriti. It is Smriti because it is in the Mahabharata. But it is Shruti because it is heard directly. It is spoken directly by Krishna to Arjuna. Therefore it is also Shruti. So Mahabharata and all the Puranas, especially the Vishnu Purana, Ramanujacharya is quoting Vishnu Purana. Yamunacharya also was quoting Vishnu Purana. They never quote Srimad Bhagavatam. They never quote Bhagavat Purana. Some scholars said because it was not existing. But the understanding is that Vishnu Purana's philosophy is much closer to Ramanujacharya. Now Madhvacharya includes within the realm of Veda all the Pancharatra. Actually, Madhvacharya is interesting when you read his Bhashya on Vedanta called Sutra Bhashya. He quotes many different scriptures which are totally unknown. Pengi Shruti, Balaya Shruti, and others, so many Shrutis, and so many different Puranas, including Bhagavad Purana or Srimad Bhagavatam. He quotes also from Rig Veda. And some scholars, Western and Indian, say, well, he must have invented all these different scriptures because there is no trace of them. But interestingly, Madhvacharya, he's the only one among the Vaishnav that in the beginning of every book that he writes, never to mention any disciplic succession he belongs to. And the reason is simple. Because he saw that age of Kali was very much advanced, there was no proper guru. So he went directly to the Himalaya, to Badarikashram, to learn from Vyasadeva himself. And Vyasadeva taught him all these different sutras. Another point is that according to the Madhvit, those who follow Madhva in Udupi, the place where he was worshipping Krishna, according to them, Sripad Madhvacharya had a very big library and many rare books were there. But the opposing, those who were Shankaracharya's followers, burned down the library out of enviousness, and they wanted to shut him down, make him silent. But he learned everything by heart, there's no problem. Another thing is that because many scriptures have been corrupted in the age of Kali, him as an incarnation of Vayu, he says himself is an incarnation of Vayu, then he will give the proper understanding, the proper statement of those scriptures. This is Madhvacharya. And Srila Prabhupada is quoting in the Chaitanya Charitamrita this Madhvacharya saying, yes, according to Madhvacharya, Veda means Rig Veda, the Samhita, the four Samhitas, Rig Veda. Then it means also the Mahabharata, then the Ramayana, and means also the Puranas and the Pancharatras, and therefore we can understand that all the books that are in this line are called Veda. Srila Prabhupada actually used this word Veda to mean at least 5 different conceptions. Veda can mean the four Samhita, Rig, Sama, Yajur, Atharva Veda. Veda, second, can mean Shruti. Shruti meaning the Upanisads. Veda can mean, third interpretation, Shruti and Smriti, like the Mahabharata, Purana and Pancharatras. Veda, fourth interpretation, can mean Amnaya. Srila Bhaktivedanta taking what Srila Baladev Vidyabhushana is saying already in his Prameya Ratnavali, he's describing Amnaya Praman, Amnaya Prahatatvam Harim. What is Amnaya? Srila Madhvacharya is also describing the cream of all his instruction. Then Srila Baladev Vidyabhushana takes it and makes another list, and then Srila Bhaktivedanta in his Jivadharma is also giving that list. And the first one is Amnaya. Amnaya Prahatatvam. What is Amnaya? Our Srila Gurudev was asking so often, what is Amnaya? Amnaya means Veda, yes. But it means more than Veda. It means all the understanding of our Guru Parampara, my Gurudev and Param Gurudev and Param Paradeva Gurudev, all the different gurus in our line, what they took as Veda, Upanishad and Puranas, and because not all Puranas are bona fide, but some part of the Puranas are some bona fide according to our Gurudev. This is called Veda. This is the fourth understanding of Veda. So the first is four Samhita, the second is all the Shrutis, Upanishads, then third interpretation Shruti and Smritis, that is including Mahabharata, Ramayana, Puranas, Pancharatra, like Srila Madhvacharya is saying. Then the fourth one is called Amnaya. It includes the commentaries. This is Shruti, Smriti and the commentaries. And the fifth one, according to Srila Prabhupada, is all holy scriptures. All holy scriptures in the world, the Torah of the Jews, the Bible, the Christian, the Quran of the Muslims, the Avesta of the Parsi, the Granth of the Sikh, even sutras of the Buddhists, because they come from the Vedic source. and all wise sayings are called Veda. Sometimes it is said that all knowledge is Veda. Yes, it is true, but all knowledge are not necessary. What is the most important thing? The Holy Scriptures. So Srimad Bhagavatam is described as cream of the Veda, Shruti Saram, the cream of all Shruti, Vedanta Saram, the cream of all Vedanta, Nigama Karpataror, the ripened fruit of the Vedic tree. And in the 10th canto, the wives of Kaliya are telling Krishna, Nama Pramaya Mulaya Kavaye Shastra Yonaye. Same words. Shastra yonitvat. Here, Shastra yonaye. You are the source of all Shastra. And we offer to you because you are the root mula of Praman. And then they describe the Pravritti Marga and Nivriti Marga. According to Karma Kanda, you have the path of enjoyment, Pravritti, and according to the Jnana Kanda section Upanishad, you have the Jnana Kanda, and you have Upasana Kanda, also the worship in all the different Vedas. So Srimad Bhagavatam is explaining Shastra yonitvat. Srimad Bhagavatam is the commentary on Vedanta Sutra, but not following 1, 2, 3 like this, because at first you have Madhvacharya yataha, then you have the Atato Brahma Jigyasa and Jivasya Tattva Jigyasa, then you have Shastra Yonaye in the 10th canto. So it's not a Mula Bhashya, not a root understanding, root explanation of Vedanta Sutra. It is throughout the Bhagavatam. Mainly the philosophy of Vedanta Sutra in the 1st and the 2nd and the 3rd canto and 11th canto. But sometimes also in the 11th, in the 7th, and the 8th, like this. If you study Bhagavatam, you will see all the Upanishad, all the Vedas, Purusha Sukta in the 2nd canto of Rig Veda, everything in Bhagavatam. Shastra yonitvat. You want to know Brahman? Brahman was Purushottama Krishna, then you will read Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the instruction that is given by Srila Vyasadeva, the author of Brahma Sutra, the author of Mahabharata, the author of Srimad Bhagavatam. Panchakalpa tarubhyacha kripasindu bhayavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah.